I don't know, Daniel. Why are we saying
Because yeah. I'm thinking that this podcast needs some saving.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You know what? And go to your little bathroom. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Who are you?
Oh, hello.
Oh my word. Who are you?
I'm General America.
Okay, sure you are. What are you doing?
Straight from the United States.
What are you here? What are you here to do?
I'm here. Me?
Yeah.
Who, me?
Yes, the only other person in the room.
Oh, I'm here to save your podcast.
Oh.
You think General America isn't ready for anything?
You know what? I don't know what to believe with you. I believe that you are probably ready for any and every situation that will come
That's
your way.
right. That's right.
Except for maybe taking a test on American culture.
Well, I am General America. So I think I grew up American, and so you need to shut your little face.
Okay, so how are you going to save our podcast? You just going to...
Well, I don't, I'm ready for anything, so get it going.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to go ahead and film or record this episode while Philip is in the restroom then, huh?
Philip, you couldn't even take a podcast and make it sound good. I don't even understand that little boy. Little boy, man.
Okay. Okay, well, this is, I'm Daniel Cardiff,
And I'm General America.
and this is Classic Countdown Conversations, where we count down the best and the worst that media has to offer. And maybe today that America has to offer.
All America love me.
Okay. So I guess we're actually not talking about anything American. I guess he's an American character.
The most American man. From New York.
From New York, we're talking about Spider-Man today. I think this is like our... I guess this is
I have spider powers too, me.
He doesn't, guys. He's just making noises with his mouth.
You ruined the podcast magic, Daniel.
So today we are going to be talking about Spider-Man. We've done Spider-Man villains in the past. We've done MCU villains as well. But today we're just talking about Spider-Man in culture and pop culture and which one is the best.
Number one, General America.
Well, so we have a couple guidelines here. The first one is that it has to be a Peter Parker Spider-Man. We're not doing any of like the multiverse. We're not doing like Spider-Man 2099. We're not doing anything like that. Spider-Gwen, any of those sorts. Miles Morales won't be a part of this list. I'm sorry for you Miles Morales fans, but we're straight up just like looking
Racist.
No, I'm not racist. I'm Daniel, actually. And we're just looking at classic Peter Parker. And that also does exclude some other versions of Peter Parker, such as... Did the sound go out or something?
No.
Okay, sorry. You were fidgeting with your headphones, I thought.
You look into the eyes of General America and think something goes wrong?
I thought you were fidgeting with your headphone. I thought maybe something was wrong.
Wow. Wow.
So we're also excluding characters like Spider Ham.
You know how Jesus gets amazed at people for their faith? I'm amazed at your lack of faith in me.
Okay, I'm sorry. I won't. You know what? I won't do it. I won't do it anymore.
Wow.
I just hope that I prove you wrong by the end of this podcast.
Wow.
I mean, you did smash up through this window, and there's just broken glass everywhere.
Hey,
There's a
I
door
have
right there.
Friends who fix windows.
Okay, your best friend owns a window fixing
Mr.
business.
Window Man.
Okay, does he look like Mr. Clean? Dr. Clean? Mr.
Yeah, okay, keep going with the podcast, all right? Enough jibby jabbies.
So we're excluding characters like Spider-Ham and Spider-Man Noir, even though those are technically versions of Peter Parker, but they're not in the realm of like classic Peter Parker. We're looking at like Peter Parker in modern times, the same kind of cast of characters that we get, in regular old Spider-Man comics, all that stuff. And then we are also excluding comic book Spider-Man because I feel like, or me and Philip felt like, if he was here, he could help me explain this. But me and Philip felt like that was kind of too broad of a thing to cover comic books. So we're covering all of media outside of comic books.
I think good idea. Cause why read?
Why read? Yeah,
Why read?
That's actually the main reason I didn't do it.
I
wanted to pass it off like.
Well, I'm sorry. Maybe Captain General America can help.
Maybe you can help with what?
I also have time travel
Oh.
abilities.
How's that gonna help us?
I will go back in time and remove what you say.
Oh, okay,
I'll
okay.
punch you in the face and stop you.
We can also just edit. And I think part of the reason why this podcast needs saving is because there's been too much profanity recently, and you just used another one. So let's bring that down to a minimum. How about that?
This is not explicit podcast.
This is not explicit podcast. I know. Do you do a podcast like on your own time or about like freedom or something or?
Well, this is first episode podcast I've done.
Oh, so you're taking this audio and using it for your own podcast.
This is now General America podcast.
Okay. All right. Well,
I guess.
Okay. Well,
I don't. Okay.
We'll talk about that.
I prepared. I'm prepared for this, and you just make me look silly, and I don't appreciate your lack of faith in me
Okay.
and
All right.
your general meanness.
Was that a pun off of your name, General?
Your
Meanness?
name is General Meanness.
You're drinking a lot of water over there. Are you all right?
Shut up.
Okay. Yeah. So we're just looking at.
I have dry throat.
We're just looking at the greatest versions of Peter Parker throughout media today. So, I guess I actually have a couple honorable mentions.
This is the time I would cuss.
Yeah, well, we're not going to do that. I have two honorable mentions. One.
Is this the dumb Daniel show or something?
This is
When does General America talk?
right after I get done with these, then you can say number 10. How about that?
Acceptable.
Okay. All right. Our two honorable mentions are the first one is going to be from the video game Web of Shadows. It's a pretty good interpretation of the character of Peter Parker Spider-Man. Yeah. And that's our first honorable mention. Our second honorable mention is going to be from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. We're looking at, spoiler alert for this movie, so just skip ahead like 10 seconds. The Peter Parker that dies towards the beginning of that movie, that's voiced by Chris Pine, that is from Miles Morales' universe, his home universe. We're going to look at that Peter Parker, and that one's a pretty good one. It's kind of just like classic Spider-Man. However, he is a little lame because he gets killed. So those are our two honorable mentions.
That guy, not prepared.
Not prepared. He was, yeah. You guys probably wouldn't have gotten along. You guys can't get along now because he's dead.
I could time travel, help him out, and save his butt.
If If next time I go back and if next time I watch that movie and I get to that scene where he dies and somehow you're in the movie saving him, I will be shocked.
That's not how time You wouldn't you just don't understand. Dumb Daniel's show again.
Okay, what's number 10, General America?
General America, number 10, favorite Spider-Man is Lego Spider-Man.
Lego Spider-Man.
You play Lego and you make up Spider-Man, right? That's what you...
Well, I wasn't really necessarily talking about the toy Lego. I was thinking of
Good
the
night. You have so many confusing things.
the video game Lego Spider-Man and all the Marvel Lego games. I feel like it's kind of cheesy. Like it's kind of like cheesy to put this on the list, but I mean they get the character right. He's swinging about.
He's queso burrito man, Spider-Man. What? I don't. What?
No, so here in America,
I'm
you
General America. I understand. You silly man.
Something that you might not understand about America is that we use cheesy as a word that means like, I guess corny. It all has
Corny?
To do with, it all has to do with food. Like it's kind of lame. Lame. Does that make sense?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, I very much think Lego Spider-Man lame.
But he's not. They got the character right.
He's number 10.
He does quips. He swings around. He's funny. They get him pretty right in those video games, and I think they do like little shorts and stuff that are animated and have the Lego Spider-Man character in it. So that's our number 10 is Lego Spider-Man. We put him at number 10 because he's the least like developed of all of these, and he's kind of like it's kind of a joke, you know, like Lego games are like jokes.
Big joke.
Big joke. So that's our number 10 is Lego Spider-Man. I was gonna put comic book Spider-Man in the list, but then I came to the conclusion that would be just too much to cover. So this is what took the spot of that. So
See, I am American.
Yes, good job. You're learning.
Right? I grew up here. I don't learn nothing. I am. Number 8.
No, number 9.
Ah!
And I'll say this one. Number 9 is the 90s Spider-Man show. I think it's just called the animated Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, 90 years old.
No. No. It's the animated show from the 1990s. A lot of people probably look at this as like the best cartoon iteration. They'd be wrong. There's a couple others that are better. But this is kind of, I think a lot of times when people think of, like a lot of people your age, honestly, probably.
How old you think General America is?
How old are you?
You guess first.
I'm going to say 50,
That's not how you
I'm
don't.
gonna say
you
52.
Don't, somebody says guess and then you say you first. That doesn't make no sense.
I guess say 52.
You're right.
Okay, I'm very good at guessing ages. No, sorry, I meant Philip's age group. His age range probably thinks of this as being like when they think of villains and the characters and voices. They probably think of this show. I would assume. It was a little bit before my time, which is why I'm not.
Have big diarrhea, right?
Big
diarrhea.
He did. He kind of was just like, I gotta go to the restroom. He just got up and left.
Honestly,
really
I
quickly.
feel sorry. I feel sorry for the big poop you have. Maybe you need to take less X-Lax.
Less X-Lax, yes.
Less X-Lax.
So this is our number 9. I'm not too fond of him, but I understand that they adapted a lot of like the comic book storylines and stuff like that into the show, and they did a good job. Have you ever seen this show?
Oh, I prepared beforehand and watched it.
Did you? You didn't seem too confident in that answer.
I watched it.
Okay, what did you think about the show?
I thought he was very agile for being 90. And he lots of quips and jips. That does that lots.
What did you think of Ned Leeds in the show?
Wow. Man.
What? What did you think of him?
Number 8. Then,
No.
huh?
Hold on. What did you think of Ned Leeds on the show?
Ned Leeds?
Yeah,
Ned Leeds?
the character Ned Leeds.
He
Leeds.
sure had lots of leading.
Well, guess what? He's
moments.
not in the show. Yeah, that's
Maybe
right.
that's why I was so confused.
I got you caught in your own web of lies.
Oh, I see what you did.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Since Philip's not here, I got to do the puns today. Okay, time for a segment.
What's this?
This is called Daniel's Thought Corner. And guys,
Is this like, I feel you have musical instrument.
I have a uke.
Do I have to do something?
Yeah, if you could sing in. Well, first off, let me say, guys, this is the last of Daniel's Thought Corner. Next season I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna do a new segment called, I don't know, something about recommending things. So this is the last Daniel's Thought Corner, unless if the recommendation segment just completely like falls apart and isn't good, and I come back to Daniel's Thought Corner. I'm a little sad that Philip won't be here for the last Thought Corner, but
I bet if you listen hard, maybe you hear the plops of those poops.
oh, maybe let's listen. Yep. Oh, there they are. Wow, he is really getting it going in there. All right. If you could just make up a little theme song, just say like Daniel's Thought Corner. Just say that over and over again.
Daniel's Thought Corner. Oh. Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner. Oh. In America, that's how you finish song. I've listened many songs.
Okay, so today my thought corner has to do with superpowers. So you might actually like this thought corner. Let me ask you, what do you think is the best superpower?
Me?
No. No. Superpower.
America.
Like, okay, what does that mean? Like what's the power of America?
The power of freedom, money,
Capitalism.
big, Texas.
Texas or taxes?
Both.
Okay.
I think power of America, superpower is superpower of the world.
Okay, all right.
So
You got that right. So in my mind, there's two that kind of compete for top spot of best superpower. You might be thinking like invisibility or super strength, or you know what, flight would be good. Flight would probably be like third.
I fly.
I know. I saw you fly into the window and shatter everything. It's getting really cold in here because of we're exposed to the outside air now. So thank you. Thank
Do
you
you
for
like
that.
my podcast sound effect?
You're yes, it's very great. So I think Daniel's Thought Corner today is, I think that the two best superpowers are, one, super speed. Do you have super speed?
Of course. Super speed is like first thing you learn superhero land.
Okay. So I think the best interpretation of super speed is.
Let me guess.
Yeah.
Let me
What
guess.
what do you think?
You just say it then, I guess.
Quicksilver from X-Men Days of Future Past. I think their whole thing where it like shows from his point of view and everything's like slowed down and he's running through real quick and like messing with everything, and he's able to like do all this stuff before bullets even hit their target, and he moves the bullets out of the way. I feel like if you had that superpower and you perceived the world, like when you turned on, started running fast, and you perceived the world like that, you could be so productive. You would never be late. You could do jobs that are based on like the money that you get is based on the job that you do, So you could just I
think in America that's how it works.
well, but I mean, like sometimes you get
your money comes from the job.
no.
You do.
What I mean by that is like some people have salaries, some people
Daniel's show.
some people have salaries, some people get paid by hour, and then some people get paid per project. Maybe I should put it that way. Project, right? So if you got
You say entrepreneur.
Yes. If you're an entrepreneur, or if like you like painted fences or something, you could get like 100 jobs, get them all done in like an hour with that type of super speed, and just be raking in the dough.
America is
the greatest superpower.
Is Quicksilver.
Yeah. So I think that would be great. And like if you're like missing somebody, or if like you're far away from someone that you want to see, you just run to their house within like a millisecond and you're there. I just think that would be great. It would be so much fun. You could get into some wacky hijinks with that. It'd just be great. The runner up, however, and I think this one might be a little, people might not think of this right away. That is having clones, or like creating clones of yourself. If there's a little asterisk to this one, because, and that's why it's number 2, is because it would have to be like the clones go out, do things, and then when they come back and like, I guess like morph back into you, you would need to retain the knowledge that they had when they were out and about. So imagine that being part of the whole clone thing. So you could send out a clone to go do your work. You could send out another clone to go exercise. You could do another, to go do hobbies, another to go, I don't know, go hitchhike, go experience the world, go travel.
Keep going. I'm writing it down.
Yeah. and then they just all come back into you at the end of the day, and you just have all the knowledge. You have all the, like the one that exercise, you get that, that muscle that they built up. That beefy boy that muscled up real good. And then like for fun, like if you could just like go to work one day if you like your job, but then the next day you could send a clone in and go be the one that exercises, and the next day you could be the one that sits on the couch all day and watches TV while a clone exercises. You know what I mean?
I'm listening.
You've been very quiet this whole time. I don't know.
I got excited.
Okay. Would you agree? Could you think of any other superpowers that trump those?
America.
Okay, yeah. America, super speed.
America has millions clones.
I guess time travel would be a good one.
That's actually
you can
tell you the truth. I time traveled to make you say that.
Oh, okay. Did you threaten me before?
Yeah.
No, you'd have to. I feel like, I don't know. Time travel gets messy because there's so many different ways that things portray time travel.
Can I be honest?
What's up?
You know what superpower sucks?
What's that?
It's sucky. He's dumb Captain America trying to steal my prowess, and I hate him. He's super strength. Bleh. I'd rip his head off. If
Oh
I
my
could.
goodness. Well, you know what Captain America has that you don't?
Shut up.
He's-
Nothing.
He's worthy of lifting Thor's hammer.
Oh, cuss right now so bad.
And I bet you aren't, because you're willing to rip somebody's head off.
He ripped my head off if he could too.
I don't think so.
it's
I think he's a pretty good guy.
We're equal good man.
All right. Daniel's Thought Corner signing off for the last time. Maybe, unless if my other segment sucks and I come back to this. You ready?
I always ready, always prepared. Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner. Daniel's Thought Corner. My throat very dry. It's my one weakness is the throat dryness. It's the last thing you expect, but you know what? You have to understand. It takes a lot out of me.
Okay.
Stop laughing at me. You're making me cry. It hurts my feelings the way you do this. Just say it, Daniel. Say it. Get past this. The horrible pain.
Oh, my ribs. My ribs are so... I'm tearing up. Oh, man. I don't think I've ever laughed hard enough to make me tear up before. Oh.
God, my pain makes you cry, too. It's terrible. Terrible.
All right.
Do you need water as well?
No, I'm good. Oh my gosh, I'm so hot now. It's so warm in this room. Okay. Okay. Our number 8. What's our number 8?
Ultimate Alliance.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Okay, explain this one.
Okay. I see. All right. Ultimate Alliance. He's Spider-Man with lots of friends, I think. I think that's a lot. He has alliances. Maybe little lion ladies. Lionses. Is that it?
No, all right. Obviously, you don't know what this game is. Okay.
It's a game.
It's a game, yes. It's actually 3 games. Okay, so Ultimate Alliance was a game series. They made 2 of them way back in the day. They just recently made the 3rd one not too long ago. It was a Switch exclusive. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
They switched. I don't like the animation style as much though. The first 2 games were pretty like, not, I don't want to say realistic looking, but the graphics were like more adult or more mature, and then the new one for the Switch is a little bit more like video gamey or like comic book ish looking.
I see.
Cartoonish.
I see.
But yeah, it was basically kind of like the first MCU essentially. It was like, but in game form, where like you could play as all these different characters and kind of build like your dream teams and go on missions. It was like a 4-player. I don't remember if it was 4-player or if you could like switch. I don't remember exactly. I was pretty young when I played it, but Spider-Man's pretty well represented in that game. He's flinging about. I remember and I think it's the first game. They're on like the helicarrier fighting, and Captain America, your favorite, is talking to Spider-Man. Spider-Man's like jumping up on like these flying ships and whatnot.
Let me try Captain America.
Okay.
This is what he probably said to Spider-Man. He's like, hey Spider-Man. Hey, you're much better than me. I'm big dumb man. All I do is whip a shield into people's faces, give them big bruises in their eye, make them cry, and give them bad throats and dryness. I hate that guy.
That was pretty verbatim for what he said.
I bet.
But
Pretty
yeah,
well known.
I should have looked up the voice actors for these. But yeah, it's pretty good. The reason why he's so
Voice
low,
actors.
yeah, voice actors. It's a video game. So video games are like, it's not like real people.
Well, Captain America, real man. Why not just do it himself?
I don't know. Maybe
I don't know
maybe he
either.
was too
Yeah,
expensive to get.
You understand confusion.
But yeah, the reason why he's so low on the list, this one, is because it's more of like an ensemble game. It's not just him. So it's not like he has a whole lot of time to shine in these games. But the little bit of him that we do get is very, very true to that character and who he is. So that's number 8. I feel like you don't know much about this list, huh?
Well, because
I feel like I'm talking a lot.
It's weird that you say that when I'm so prepared.
Okay, well, can you tell me about Shattered Dimensions? Because that Spider-Man is our next up, is Shattered Dimensions.
Shattered Dimensions, number 7. Shattered Dimensions.
Yes.
Shattered Dimensions.
So if you're super prepared,
Shattered Dimensions.
did you play this game in preparation
Spider-Man.
for this? Yeah. Yes.
Spider-Man. I love that guy. I love him. Big Spider-Man fan me right here. General America. Wow. Shattered Dimensions, though. So number 6, Daniel.
Hold on. Let me talk about Shattered Dimensions for a few seconds.
I talked a lot about it just now.
So it's basically Spider-Verse, but for a video game. He's fighting Mysterio. Do you know Mysterio?
Big ball on head man.
Yes. Okay. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job. You got something right.
I've been getting it all right this whole time. Don't know why you say that.
So Shattered Dimensions is he's trying to stop Mysterio. I'm trying to remember correctly. He's trying to stop Mysterio. Mysterio's like stealing this artifact that has to do with like dimensions and stuff in this museum. And Spider-Man actually accidentally breaks it in his fight with Mysterio, and it shatters the multiverse. So he comes in contact with like Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, and a couple others. He's voiced by Neil Patrick Harris from Doogie Howser. Is that what that show is called?
I watched show
You
growing
watched
up. Doogie Howser.
And
There's new Disney. I'm great big fan of Doogie Howser.
Okay.
Now there's new Disney Plus show
oh, is there?
about a girl Doogie Howser. I can't remember the name of it. Now I'll time travel and I'll know it here in one moment.
Okay. Do you just time travel your brain back? Is that what happens?
You just don't understand.
I don't understand. Okay. So
She's from Hawaii and she is doctor. Her mom also doctor. Very there's guys in there too. It's not just the doctor girl and the doctor mom.
okay.
That's how it's not a
Keep telling me about this new Doogie Howser show or this wonderful podcast about Spider-Man.
I figured you wanted to know.
I didn't.
You're just kind of the guy that I thought would understand and like appreciate good television. And here you are, make fun of General America. That's wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I had no disrespect. I didn't mean to disrespect at all.
Yeah, you don't.
So anyways, the Spider-Man is voiced by Neil Patrick Harris. And
Good show, Doogie Howser.
yeah, he's from How I Met Your Mother, Starship Troopers, all that stuff. And yeah, really good interpretation of the character. Not much else to say.
Okay.
Okay, what's number 6? If you can figure out my confusing list making.
I memorized it.
Okay.
I memorized
So
it.
why were you looking at your phone?
Peter B. Parker's number 6.
Okay, explain Peter B. Parker.
Peter B. Parker is like Peter Parker, but B.
Okay.
But he B.
Old, yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
what
that's
did you-
what I said.
What
He's
did-
old. He's old. He's maybe he has Spider-Man powers. He has Spider-Man powers, I think. He probably wears Spider-Man outfit.
Yes.
Okay. He probably have a crush on a girl. Girl.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah?
Okay. Would you like me to explain more, a little bit more?
I think I got it really good.
Okay. So actually, I find Peter B. Parker really interesting.
Peter P. Parker.
Peter P. Parker, or Peter P. Barker. That's another version of Spider-Man in the multiverse, but we're not going to talk about him. Peter B. Parker. I find him actually really interesting, and I was.
Are you serious about that?
about what?
The Peter P. Barker?
Yeah, I'm sure there's an infinite amount of universes, so I'm sure there is a Peter P. Barker out there at some point. He's probably a dog or something.
All right.
That would be a funny thing if Spider-Man got a dog and he called him Peter Barker.
That is funny.
Or B.
Why?
Like a pet bee. B.
That's
Barker.
oh. Peter Parker.
Maybe he hold on. Let's figure this out. He gets 3 animals, 3 pets. One's a bee, one's a dog. The bee he just calls bee, and the dog he calls Barker. But what would the tur be? Beater Parker. What would that be? I came up with
Turtle.
oh, okay, yeah, turtle. So
I catch
Beater
on.
Barker.
Peter Barkle.
Okay. I actually find Peter B. Parker really interesting. I was going to put him in the top 5, but Philip said that he should be number 6.
Smart man, bad poops.
I find him really interesting because it does something that we don't get to see Peter do very often. I feel like a lot of times we're stuck as, comic books, movies, games, shows, all this stuff. Peter's usually younger. He's either in high school or college student. And we see him very like positive and he's just out there. He's very, very roll with the punches type of character. But
Roll with the
punches. Yeah, that's basically his theme song. But with this one, we see a later yeared Spider-Man. He's been Spider-Man for I think he says something in the movie he's been it for 23 years or something like that.
Wow.
So he's a bit older. He's
Kind of like me.
yeah, you're a little bit older. You've been a superhero for a while now. So he's a little more jaded and bitter. He's a little
understand this.
Is this
I knew who he was before, but now
you're kind of getting it now.
I get it now. The way you said it was perfect.
Okay. And then he's kind of schlubby, he's kind of lost some weight.
I totally understand. Me relate a lot.
He's having marital problems with MJ, and he's voiced by Jake Johnson from New Girl, who plays Nick Miller. So it's just a perfect combination of the classic Spider-Man character, but we see him in a little bit different of a light than we usually do. And I really enjoyed that version of. He's probably one of my personal favorites, but I see that there's a few other ones that are probably a little bit more accurate and a little bit more of a better representation of the character. But I really like this version personally. I think he's really interesting and unique.
Sounds like a cool guy.
He is. He's a cool guy. He's really funny. And obviously it helps that he's voiced by Nick Miller, because Nick Miller's quite possibly my favorite fictional character of all time.
All time.
Of all time. Either him or Batman. On this podcast about Spider-Man, I'm going to bring up that I like Batman better, but
Wow.
yeah.
Throwing, how you say, shade?
Throwing shade, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, you'll learn being here in America that a lot of our sayings don't make a whole lot of
It's
sense.
weird how you say being in America like I don't live here. Daniel, I must confess one small thing.
Okay.
You may have picked up that I have strange accent and you're not quite sure where I'm from.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Oh, okay. The lore of general America.
I'm
says-
just kidding. I'm from America. You are so foolish. You think I'm not from America? What do you think this is? A comedy podcast. You silly man. You take jokes serious and you don't understand.
Okay. Let's get on. Okay, so do you want to explain our number 5 and 4 here?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, big movie franchises is Spider-Man, right?
Yes.
Big movie franchises.
Yes.
And lots of movies. Too many actors to count.
Yeah.
To count.
Yes.
2, 1, 1, 2, 6. How many? I don't know.
There's the three. There's been 3.
There's 3 actors
Yes.
who play Mr. Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're kind of neck and neck.
Oh,
right?
yes. I forgot to finish the sentence.
Yes, yeah.
2 of them kind of neck and neck. 2, 4,
No.
and 5. And they're just wonderful men.
Yeah.
Very happy to have them on the show.
Well, they're not here.
They're not here.
No, they're not here.
What the heck are we doing here? If they're not gonna come, I came here.
Okay. All right. Do you want to sit down? I know you're standing up on your chair right now. Do you want to sit down and
I'll
take a
sit-
breather?
I'll sit down
explain.
this time.
I'll explain a little bit more.
They're okay. They're okay. Are they at least okay?
Okay. Yes. They're very rich and successful movie stars.
Explain.
Okay, all right. So
I did a great job explaining, but
You did a great job.
You just sit
I'm
back
just-
and laugh at me, and I don't.
I'm just gonna fill in just a few gaps here and there that you may have left out.
Toby Maguire,
Yes. So
Andrew Garfield.
yes, Tobey Maguire and Andrew
Where
Garfield.
are they?
They're probably at their house.
They're 4 and 5.
They're 4 and 5. We are not, and a lot of this is gonna upset a lot of people, no matter what, because people there's parties in all of there's people in all these parties. Some people think Toby's the best. Some people think Andrew's the best. And so and people are gonna be mad that we ranked the other one higher than them, but I don't care. I know me and Philip are on board with that one, but we didn't really know how to rank these two because I think that they both have pros and cons to them that kind of equal themselves out, and we didn't want to get hate for this. You could call us cowardice if you want to, but we're just going to go ahead and do this.
Captain
Cowardice.
Captain Cowardice.
Yeah,
That's
and Coward Boy.
That's what Philip, great man. Great man. I can't believe it that he's still pooping. But it's all right. He's not coward.
Okay.
Great man.
So
He probably come in here and rank it.
no, actually, he said that he was good with what we did. So you can put.
I wouldn't rank it because
you don't want to get the hate.
Well, no, not
You don't want to hurt anybody's
People
feelings.
hate me so much because
okay.
they're like, "Wow, you're so strong."
Yeah,
And I
okay.
wish I was as strong as you, and I wish I was as smart as you, and I had the cool powers and the good looks.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
So
So yeah, they're pretty good guys. Huh?
pretty good guys, Toby and Andrew. So you can put
I
them
definitely rank them myself,
in.
though.
How would you rank them?
It's a keep going, huh?
Okay.
I don't think that's important.
So let's kind of just camp out here for a second and do their pros and cons. How about that? What are some in your mind? What are some pros for Tobey Maguire?
Tobey Maguire, original man.
Okay, so he was the first.
Well, no, I mean, like, he's very original of a man.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
I think Toby is surrounded by better movies than Andrew is.
Surrounded.
Yeah, he's in better movies than Andrew are, except for the third one. The third one's not as good. But Spider-Man 1
That's
and
the most original.
Spider-Man 1 and 2 are really, really good. And he does a good job in at least Spider-Man 2. He's not as
You
good in
have the
Spider-Man 1.
Green Goblin.
You have Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Sandman, Venom, Harry Osborn, all those villains.
Harry Osborn.
You have
That's funny.
you have really, really good fight scenes in the original 3. Like
Pow.
the train scene in
Schwa.
and Spider-Man 2 is
Kill.
probably one of the best.
That was me fighting Harry Osborn. How does he fight? You have big eyebrows that smack you in the face with his hairiness. Nose hairs that come out.
Wrap you up.
Wrap you up with boogies.
So you have really good fight scenes in the original trilogy. The train sequence in Spider-Man 2 is probably one of the best superhero fight scenes of all time, where he fights Doc Ock on the train and then Doc Ock bails and Spider-Man has to save everybody on the train. Like, that whole sequence is just great. The last fight scene between him and Green Goblin in the first one's really good, and the last scene of the third movie where, like, Harry comes back, spoilers, Harry comes back and, like, helps Spider-Man out with Sandman and Venom. Like, that whole thing, there's just a lot of really good moments in all of the Spider-Man movies and the original trilogy, and I'd say that they're a little bit deeper movies than the Andrew Garfield ones.
Pros Andrew Garfield.
Pros Andrew Garfield. I think Andrew no no Spider-Man.
Garfield.
Oh, haha.
I prepared.
Andrew-
I prepared for the right character.
Andrew Garfield and Toby Heathcliff.
I think that's joke. I think that's joke. It's weird.
Those are two really popular American comic strips.
I thought Heathcliff was a bar.
All right.
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so Andrew Garfield.
Andrew, not the cat.
Well,
Well, no.
maybe you let me do pros, and we'll
Okay,
see
all right,
if I got right.
Okay, do pros with Andrew
Okay,
Garfield.
orange.
Okay.
Lasagna.
Okay.
Witty.
Witty. Yes, he's very witty.
Ah, see,
So that
I
was a good
thought wrong. You thought wrong. You thought General America had some sort of misstep with Garfield, a cat man,
Yeah.
and not the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
This strange. Too strange.
So other pros with Andrew Garfield is I actually, a lot of people have problems with how he plays Peter. I don't. I think like somebody whose parents like left him at a young age, and I think he'd be really like closed off and kind of not mean spirited, but just kind of he doesn't want to do much with the world. I like in the first one with Andrew Garfield that it takes him a lot longer to kind of realize the responsibility of using his powers for good. Like I feel like in the original Tobey Maguire one, it happens pretty quickly. Like as soon as Uncle Ben dies, after Uncle Ben's killer dies, he starts using his power for good. It takes him a bit longer in the Andrew Garfield one to kind of come to that conclusion of like, I need to use these gifts that I have for a good cause. I think he's funnier. I like his physique a little bit more than Toby's. There's a better love story in his movies.
Wow.
But his movies aren't as good. So
Love story.
love story, yeah.
I'd love a love story in my life.
Okay, well that we're not gonna get into that right now. So I think they both have pros.
What a beautiful opportunity.
I think
for
that they
me.
both have pros and cons to them.
I'm very good looking.
And I think that they're both really good Spider-Men for different reasons. So, you can go ahead and say this one.
Oh, okay. Is number 3.
Number 3. Who is it?
Yes. Yes. The one, the only, Tobey Maguire.
No.
Oh, what?
No.
We
Top of the
already
list.
did- We
Top.
already did.
No. Okay. Tom Holland is number 3.
Oh my God! I'm sorry.
Yeah, Tom Holland, and I know all you haters out there and be like, "There's no way he's better than Toby and Andrew." Blah blah blah. He is. I'm sorry to break it to you, but he's the most accurate out of the 3.
Mr. Thomas Holland. Me and him hang out all times.
Thomas Holland, is that what you just said?
Thomas Holland.
Yeah, Hollandaise sauce.
Yeah. Okay. And he and I hang out. We have surprisingly breakfast with hollandaise sauce. On the holidays, we have extra hollandaise sauce.
Okay.
And we hang out. We superhero guys.
Yep.
We just, we talk shop about how cool we are
Okay.
as superheroes.
Yeah.
Sometimes I whoop his butt,
Yeah.
tell him who's boss, because he does Spider-Man. I'm cool, man. I'm cool, General America. It's cool stuff. But I mean, he does have good movies. I personally like the newest one.
Which one?
The newest one
The one that just came out like a couple days ago?
into a version of Spider-Man.
Okay.
Right? Something like, I mean, it's not word for word the movie title, but it's really close. So I mean, gold star for General America. So yeah, it's he's got Peter,
No, you know what?
he's got Peter
You
Parker in
get
it.
50 white stars. How about that?
Oh, okay, for the 50 stars on the flag.
Yes, which represent
50 stars.
what do the 50 stars represent?
It's not really important.
No,
From what I understand, not very important.
Well, nowadays, yeah, maybe not.
Wow, throwing.
I'm throwing shade. Yeah, I am.
Throwing shade.
So Tom Holland, he's a good Spider-Man. He really captures the spirit of both Peter and Spider-Man. He seems like a kid. He kind of, I think they really capture the whole, like, his personal life is always getting put on blast just because he's got to put on that suit again and go out and save the day. And people, his relationships get ruined and all that stuff based solely on the fact that he is a good person and he wants to help people. So I think that's, they really hone in on that and Tom Holland's interpretation of Spider-Man. I think the biggest gripe that people throw at this Spider-Man is that he's too technology based, and Spider-Man's supposed to be like a poor kid from New York that kind of just has to do things on his own.
That's stupid.
Well,
He has my good friend, Mr. Spark.
Yes, good job. However, and without giving anything away,
You just go past that. You don't understand. I'm good friends with Mr. Spark. Don't you want to know about it?
no.
Wow.
So I'm trying to get through the rest of this list.
It's it's like you don't.
It's been a long episode.
It's not even been 1 minute.
That's not even true. Not to give anything away about this new Spider-Man movie, which, by the way, is the reason why we're doing this episode. If we didn't say that earlier in the show, we're doing it in light.
Distracted by my good
And
looks.
yeah, in light of the new Spider-Man movie, we're doing this list. I think that whole argument about him being too technology based isn't going to be a problem here in the future.
Okay.
Just to give out a little hint, that's not spoiling anything. It's just like I think the way that they're taking this character, they're kind of bringing him back down to basics. So I think I'm excited for what they do to the future Spider-Man of this series. So yeah, Tom Holland, best live action Spider-Man there is.
Wow.
And that is, you can take that to the bank, kids.
To the bank.
To the bank. The banks
new-
are something that we have here in America.
Okay. All right. I'm not. You keep acting. I just am tired of the way you act towards me. Wow.
Okay. Who's number 2?
I memorized it.
Yeah.
So it's spectacular.
Yes.
Spectacular.
Yes, the Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spectacular.
Has a really good theme song. Actually,
Yeah, I sing it.
Okay,
I sing.
okay.
I did
Good
hear this. It goes spectacular, spectacular, Spider-Man.
Oh, you're actually right.
Wow. Wait, I mean, of course I'm right. Wow.
That actually is what they say. Not that exact tune, but they do. That is it. So the Spectacular Spider-Man is a show from the late 2000s that came out. It's a lot of people were scared when it first came out because it's a really like minimalist type of animation, and people didn't
What
think.
is it, like 2 lines for man or something?
Yes, and a lot of people thought it wasn't going to live up to the 1990s cartoon, but boy howdy were they wrong. It is
Howdy.
far and away the best cartoon Spider-Man there is. They adapt a lot of the old classic 1960s Spider-Man comics into the episodes. It ran for 2 seasons. They really nailed the character of Peter and Spider-Man. They nailed all the other characters of like Harry Osborn, Aunt May, Gwen Stacy, Mary Jane, J. Jonah Jameson, Flash Thompson.
Wow, forgot about
You forget-
Jojo Jameson.
Yeah, all the villains are really, really well like fleshed out, and they really thought them through, thought through their backstories and all that. And it got canceled after 2 seasons.
Wow.
When Disney bought out Marvel, it just kind of got lost in the shuffle and got canceled, which really sucks. I would really like Disney Plus to bring it back for like seasons. I think they had it planned out through season 5. I really like to see them bring it back, and Josh Keaton should get special note as the voice of Peter Parker Spider-Man in the show.
Wow. Spider-Man just don't want to do it, huh?
He just doesn't want to do it. I think he's too expensive to do the voices. But yeah, really, really well done show, and it's funny. The action is really well done. The character development's really good. It's a good show for both kids and adults because they deal with there's an old comic book story where Harry Osborn's dealing with a drug addiction, it's drug addiction, and they adapt that in a way in the show to where it's not like kids won't pick up on it. He basically gets addicted to the goblin serum in the show, and they do the Harry Osborn drug addiction.
Maybe I need
storyline.
goblin serum for my throat.
You should watch it. It's really, really good. And a lot of people would say that it probably is the definitive version outside the comic books. And we almost put him at number 1, but one other one kind of trumped it. Came out a couple years ago. General America. What is number 1?
Number 1, I memorized this.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the list, it
Yeah.
is Peter Spider-Man 4.
Yes, good job. Yes, Peter
Yes.
Spider-Man 4. That is kind of ironic that that's the initials. PS4 Spider-Man.
Excuse me?
Yeah, PS4, PlayStation 4.
Oh my
No,
god.
No, that was a good joke that you made.
Oh my gosh, of course it's a joke. Of course that's a joke that I made. Wow. Peter, I mean PS4.
Yes.
PS4.
Have you played this game?
I play all games.
Okay.
I just
all right.
I don't play games with communist Russia or stinkers in
Why did you even bring up Russia? I don't.
I hate the games they play with me,
Okay.
and I kicked him in the face.
Oh,
With
does
my
everybody
time
in Russia?
travel foot up their big stinky butt.
So the PS4 Spider-Man, I think similar to the Spectacular Spider-Man, it kind of just like it hones in on everything that makes the character good. But I think it does it even more so than the Spectacular Spider-Man. Spectacular Spider-Man really pulls from like the original comics and a little bit of the Ultimate Universe and to make their stories. But PS4 literally just like they sat down, they're like, okay, what is like the best elements of the Spider-Man character, and let's just bring all those into one interpretation of him. They did the Sinister Six story arc. They have Norman Osborn doing stuff in it. He goes through like relationship troubles with Mary Jane. Spoiler alert for the game, but Aunt May dies in it, and like all this stuff.
Poor Aunt May.
What?
Poor Aunt May.
Poor Aunt May.
Poor
And
Aunt May.
yeah, and I think I really like. I forget the name of the guy who does the voice of this
Oh
one. but-
my gosh!
Here, actually, I feel bad.
Oh my gosh!
But oh my word! Hey,
Hey!
Tommy.
Hey!
What's up?
Who's this guy?
This is General America. He's one-time guest only.
Guess what?
What?
That guy sucks.
Yeah.
What the heck? What are you doing here? What is his name?
General America.
The heck is that?
I don't know. I don't even look at what he's wearing. It's so embarrassing.
I can't believe you let another guy in here?
Sorry, Philip went to the bathroom and he broke through the window.
Yeah, I know Philip would never let this happen.
It's
Good.
just-
He's a great guy. You know that?
it's just-
So anyway,
you sound a little different today, Tommy.
it's just it's winter cold.
Okay.
So today I learned Daniel's a big stinker, and he'd stab me in the back.
Well, like
Wow.
actual or metaphorical or what? How did I stab
Do
you
you
in
see
the back?
a dang knife in the back? my back?
How did I stab you in the back?
Of course it's metaphorical.
Wait, how did I stab you in the back?
Look at this guy in here.
I didn't invite him. He just broke through the house. Do you have anything else to share
I'm
with
out.
us?
I'm out. I'm out.
Okay, all right. Bye, Tommy.
That guy. What a jerk. Just
I love Tommy.
Does he just come in here like that?
He comes in every week and does a little segment where he tells us what he learned. I guess he
maybe
learned that I'm a backstabber.
maybe you guys have me.
Well, me and Phil will have to
Maybe.
talk about that. I don't think I'm ever gonna invite you back. But
Wow.
anyways, so
I'm a great character. Think of the arc of my emotions. I have cool stuff to say. I have, powers to explain.
So the PS4 Spider-Man,
Wow.
I think really does a bang up job at just encapsulating everything that we like about Spider-Man and putting it into.
I gotta go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, hey, Philip.
Hey.
Hey, that was a long time that you were in the bathroom.
Lots of diarrhea.
Oh my word. You missed a crazy thing that just happened. This superhero came in and did a whole episode with me.
Hey, what happened to the window?
Yeah, he broke through it. So we were just would you agree that PS4 kind of just encapsulates like everything that we really love about the character of
Yes,
Spider-Man and
yes.
puts into like one interpretation?
And it's fun that you get to play as Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think that's another thing is like all the other stuff, I guess we put a couple other video games
Yeah.
on here, but all the other stuff, like
Man,
you're
I'm
watching
so sad I
him.
missed all those.
I know. Yeah, you would
I
have
had
been
a lot to say.
you would have been a heck of a better host than whatever his name is, Sergeant America or something. Something. I'm really sorry about your window.
Yeah, me too.
He said that he had a friend to come help. I don't know. Maybe we'll run into him next week.
Man. Wow.
But yeah, so that's our really sloppy, all over the place Spider-Man episode. That was honestly a heck of a lot of fun. I think that's the hardest I've ever laughed in my entire
Wow, I'm
life.
sad I missed it.
Yeah, I know.
Sad I missed it.
Well, okay, should we sign off?
Yeah. We're the best and you're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always get better. Be better.
We love you.
We love you.